All praises, honor, and glory be to the Most High God, Yahweh, Baha Hashem, Hamashayach, Yahushua, Shalom family, to show brother Prince Malachi, sons of Jacob Tulsa, and we back with a quick exhortation. And we're going to be going into the book of Proverbs once again. I'm going to start at verse 10. It says, "My son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not." Now that's plain. If you get enticed by sinners to go do evil, to go do something that's contrary to God's commandments, do not consent unto them. Do not go with them. Don't do it. Right? It's simple. Let's go look at this. The book of Proverbs, chapter 13 and 20. The book of Proverbs, chapter 13, verse 20. "He that walketh with wise men shall be wise, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed." So this is a clear indication in the scriptures that the kind of people you associate yourself with has an impact on how your life will turn out. It says here, if you walk with wise men, you will be wise. What comes with being wise? Blessings. Blessings. That encapsulates it. But it says if you are a companion of fools, you will be destroyed. So if you're easily persuaded, easily influenced, and you can sit up there and let somebody talk you into doing something that's against God's commandments, you're going to be destroyed. All right, let's go back to Proverbs chapter 1. You're going to be destroyed if you don't know how to overcome peer pressure, whether you be a man, woman, or child. You cannot allow anyone to persuade you, to convince you, to seduce you, to break God's commandments. That's not what we do through the Spirit. You don't even let nobody coerce you. You don't let nobody force you to break God's commandments. There's plenty of accounts where our righteous forefather chose to die rather than break God's commandments. There's plenty of accounts of that. But long story short, don't let sinners entice thee. If they say, verse 11, "If they say, come with us, let us lay wait for blood. Let us lurk privily for the innocent without cause. Let us swallow them up alive as the grave, and whole as those that go down into the pit. We shall find our precious substance. We shall fill our houses with spoil. Cast in thy lot among us. Let us all have one purse." So they coming with cunning words. They coming with enticing words. You know, hey, we gonna get to the bag. Hey, if we just do this, then we gonna be up and we gonna be on top. Or if we do this, people gonna respect us. That we gonna be popular. We gonna be famous, or whatever the case may be. We gonna have women. Whatever the case may be, somebody might try to persuade you with whatever kind of enticing words they may use, whatever incentive they might try to offer. The Bible commands us to, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not. Consent thou not. You got to be able to resist and understand that the blessings that come with obedience are better than the incentives that come with disobedience. The blessings that come from obeying God are better than the pleasures that sin has to offer. I'm going to say it one more time. The blessings that come with obeying God, with obedience, are better than the pleasures that come with sin. So consent thou not, no matter what they offer, man. It says, verse 15, "My son, walk not thou in the way with them. Refrain thy foot from their path." So don't go with them and don't do what they do. Don't follow in their footsteps. A lot of us grew up in, a lot of us come from a hood background, so to speak. You dig what I'm saying? Or we grew up in the projects, or, you know, however you say that, where you from. You grew up in the projects, the hood, the ghetto, the slums, the boroughs, the whatever the case may be, wherever you from. Urban area, right? A lot of us grew up in backgrounds like that, and we seen people, it seemed like they was living good. A lot of the people we seen who had lifestyles that you would want to have. They got it by way of selling drugs. They got it by way of pimping women, or they got it by way of how else do people be? They be doing illegal things, illegal activities, often sinful activities, man. Either selling drugs, prostituting women, robbing, stealing, whatever the case may be, whatever type of activities they do that's contrary to God's commandments. That's a lot of the time the only examples of success that we see close to us, that seem real, that seem attainable. And you, just by course of nature, you seeing that, your whole mind frame is centered around that. In the back of your mind, that's the only way you know how to succeed, because it's all you ever saw, and that's the only realistic route for success that you can envision. So naturally, you're going to end up walking in that path. When push come to shove, you're gonna refer back to what you know. That's why, give me this. When push come to shove, you're gonna be like, you know what? Let me go sell this. Let me go push this. Let me go. Oh, I know this person, they'll do this for me. It's sin. It's all sin, and it's not gonna work. Let me get this right here. People are known to revert back to their old ways when they don't know what to do. The hell am I looking for, man? Okay, Romans chapter 12. Salakia. Book of Romans chapter 12, verse 1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable sacrifice. Verse 2, this is the point. And be not conformed to this world, but what? Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. So your mindset, right? Your mindset has to change. Your core beliefs and your whole perception of reality has to change. You gotta, hey, that's why I say you gotta become a babe. You gotta forget all of the things you learned in the world. Selling dope is not the only way to be successful, man. I know that's what's been engraved into your brain. Being a robber is not the only way to be successful. Pimping women is not the only way to be successful. Being a prostitute is not the only avenue to make money, even though they pushing the OnlyFans so hard as if it's successful. 99% of them OnlyFans women ain't making no money for real, but they're not going to tell you that because they want you to go be a whore. They want you to try it, right? They don't want you to turn to the Lord. But, and it's a reason they push this on you so much, because it's slow. The more you see it and you correlate it with money, the more that thought is getting engraved into your mind. So in the back of your head, you always gonna think, you always gonna look at it like it's an option. And if push come to shove, you might end up doing it, or going back to selling drugs, or being a robber, or whatever the case may be. This mind control, this mind games. But you need to brainwash yourself with this Bible. You need to transform your mindset with this Bible. You need to be washed by the word. Don't be offended at that word, brainwashed. You need to be washed by the word. You need to cleanse your mind with this word, with these holy scriptures. You need to overcome evil with good in your mind. It's plenty of ways to make money. It's plenty honest jobs you could work. There's plenty of services you could provide for your community instead of going into sin, right? Change your mindset. Established by wickedness, right? This is what a lot of people fail to realize. The book of Proverbs chapter 12 and verse 3. A man shall not be established by wickedness, but the root of the righteous shall not be moved. So you're not gonna be established by wickedness. The Lord is not gonna allow it. I done seen this. I'm 25 years old. I've seen this play out 100 times. I've seen this play out 1,000 times. Nobody makes it. I'm not going to say you're not going to make it big, but it's not going to last. You're not going to be established trying to climb up by way of sin and wickedness. None of these celebrities who done sold their soul and went against God's commandments and put on dresses and been at the freak off parties and did homosexual acts. I'm sorry to speak explicitly, but this is the truth of the matter. None of these people are counted blessed or happy. They got the riches of this world and they got no soul, no dignity, no morals to stand on. And they're broken inside. You hear all of these accounts of how they just tormented with demons all the day long. That's why celebrities be acting bugged out. It's not worth it. I'm going to say it again. The reward for obedience is better than the pleasures that come with sin. The minute of the Lord, we got peace in our hearts. Knowing we don't practice in these things. Knowing that we in good graces with the Most High and we perform in His will and we doing the things that please Him. We know our reward is sure and it comes with no evil attached to it. And we know our time is near. Right? So don't be tempted to walk in the ways of sinners. Don't be tempted to go back to your old ways. Don't be tempted. Hey, be renewed in your thoughts. Get a new mindset. Get a new outlook on life, man. A lot of people still got that same old paradigm that they came in the truth with. The Lord, hey, allow your understanding to be opened up and see the world from a biblical point of view, man. You should be in these scriptures really, digesting these words and internalizing these words, and they should be becoming a part of you. They should be literally shaping your mind. That's why when a brother comes into the truth, he talk different, he walk different, he think different. He comes up with different ideas. There's different speech on his lips. He thinking spiritual things. We say this all the time, like when we just shooting the breeze, the brothers and whatnot in the camp. When we just shooting the breeze, or what we could just be talking about nothing. It's always still centered around the Bible. We can't shake it. It's a part of our mind now. It's who we are now. That's the kind of spirit you should be walking in. You should have a whole paradigm shift. You should be walking in the spirit, man. Sinners, the thought of going back into sin and the thought of letting somebody entice you to go against the Most High should be despicable to you. It should almost make you angry, because you should hate evil. It should almost, like, the thought, when I think of me allowing someone else to entice me to sin against God, it damn near makes me angry. Excuse my language. You're supposed to hate evil, man. But it's like you for being long-winded. But I gotta say it, man. Look at Proverbs. Come on now. Verse 15. My son, walk not thou in the way with them, and refrain thy foot from their path. Why? For their feet run to evil and make haste to shed blood. Surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of any bird, and they lay wait for their own blood. They lurk privily for their own lives. The vain, it says, in vain is the net spread for any bird. Now, it's referring to trapping or hunting. If you're not familiar, with trapping, you get a net and you set a trap. I mean, you cast the net and then like a bird will fly on it and the net snag the bird up, or whatever animal you're trying to catch. It's called trapping. It's like a form of hunting. Now, if you out trapping or you out hunting, the idea is to catch a bird or whatever prey you're trying to catch so you can eat. It's not a vain thing. It's profitable. You're achieving your goal. But when you're walking in sin, when you're trying to be established by wickedness, when you're going about getting it by wicked means, it's vain. It's going to be unprofitable. The Lord is not going to bless you with increase because a man is not going to be established by wickedness, right? It says, and they lay wait for their own blood. Why? Because their works are sinful, and the wages of sin is death. Their actions are going to lead them to the grave. They're not. And you might even see people prospering, living a life of sin. It might look like they having things their way. It's going to be short-lived. I don't care if it lasts 60 years. The Lord is just, and he set up the earth in a certain way. Let me get this. The book of Ecclesiastes chapter 8 and verse 12. Though a sinner do evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear God, which fear before him. But it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he feareth not before God. Even if a man do wickedness for 60 years and he seemed like he been having it his way the whole time, hey, the Lord can get up with him in a single day. The Lord can destroy him in a single moment. And then there's no telling what the Lord got lined up for him on Judgment Day. You don't count a man blessed. Don't nobody get over on the Lord. You can bet that. But what the scriptures say, we know that it shall be well with the righteous. It shall be well with them that fear God. That's for sure. That's what the scriptures say. You can bet on that. So it's a profitable thing to maintain your integrity, even though you see sinners having what looks like prosperity. It's a wise thing for you to maintain your integrity and keep doing the right thing, even though you see sinners having the things you would like to have, living lifestyles that look good to you. It's smarter for you to remain righteous. The Lord got better things in store for you. The Lord has better things in store for those that fear him. Right? But if you lose the faith, if you lose patience, if you get frustrated and let these things get to you, and you decide that you want to go back in the way of sinners, and you're not gonna receive the reward. You're not gonna receive the reward. I'm gonna end off with this. This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 58. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. Why? For as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. Right? Our labor is not in vain in the Lord, man. So I exhort you to keep going in this thing. Remain righteous. Don't be tempted by what you see evildoers doing or what looks like success. Ain't nobody on this earth successful except for the men, women, and children that fear the Most High God. That's what success looks like, right? And it's going to be made manifest in the time to come. Just keep being patient, keep watching. Like our Lord Yahushua taught, in your patience possess your soul. Just be patient. Watch how the tables turn. But with that, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahushua, Shalom.